It's Darkside Phil's favorite game playthroughs of 2015. Let's talk about modern RPGs with the first major release of 2015 of the genre, The Witcher 3. That's right, The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt from CD Projekt Red, which really tried to take that original formula from The Witcher 1 and 2 and add upon it massively. And what I mean by that is not necessarily refining the gameplay or the combat, but trying to make it so that there's so much narrative content in the game that it becomes an incredibly immersive world. It's hard to do anything in The Witcher 3 without accidentally and inadvertently unlocking tons of side quest content, which you kind of want to do. There's returning characters from previous Witcher games, there's brand new characters, there's crazy amounts of hilarious moments, there's really serious combat moments, there's dramatic moments, there's everything you could possibly think of at a top-notch RPG. Add in some really sweet graphics on the next-gen consoles, and this is one of the most immersive RPGs that I've played in years. My only real gripe with the game is that the combat kind of bogged it down, in my opinion. I really loved the narrative, loved the characters, and loved all the mission questing, and then when I finally got to do some combat, I was like, nah, alright, can't wait to get to the next kind of interesting part, but that's just my personal preference. I really enjoyed playing this game, even though, after only playing it for about a week, the ongoing viewership kind of dropped off because I'll be honest, RPGs usually don't retain viewership for me. Well, I stuck in there with it and for over 2 months played this game ad nauseum until I finally did a cool completionist finish. I really loved doing it, even though I had to juggle it between other projects. It was worth the wait, it was definitely entertaining, and it is one of my favorite games of the year. The other role-playing game that really stood out for me in 2015, I don't think anyone's going to be surprised to hear me call out here, Fallout 4. That's right, I mean, a game with this much hype behind it really has a lot to live up to. And a lot of people have criticized Fallout 4 saying, oh, it's just more of the same, it's kind of very similar to Fallout 3. I kind of agree, but I also have to concede that there are a lot of things in this game that were dramatically improved, like the gunplay outside of VATS actually being kind of functional in this one, where really it wasn't in the past 2 Fallout games that I played. The fact that there is way more content in the questing, the fact that there's tons more followers than ever before, the crafting that has an added value, and of course the dramatic amount of factions, right? 4 major factions that you can side with during the course of the game that can actually change the final quest lines of the game completely, and I really like that. It really does feel like this is a game where it's you choose your own destiny, and even though a lot of the plot courses intersect with each other and sometimes you'll end up doing kind of the same mission from a different perspective, there's enough uniqueness to the game to warrant you to play it at length. My Fallout 4 playthrough lasted over a month and a half. I had so much fun with this game. It was my most successful playthrough of 2015 by far when it comes to the amount of people watching along with me as I played the game, and I loved it. I think that Bethesda did a great job. No matter what other people say, it's about my overall enjoyment, and I really enjoyed Fallout 4 despite some of its shortcomings. I thought that it was an amazing game. I really enjoyed playing it. Again, this is about my personal subjective preference, and I certainly think that Fallout 4 was one of the best games of the year and also one of my personal favorite games of the stuff that I've done in recent years. I loved it. I hope that you enjoyed the playthrough too. Up next, we conclude my favorite playthroughs of 2015 Countdown series with 2 games that really can't be categorized. I'll call them the oddballs, but still, they were some of my favorite stuff of the year. So don't miss the conclusion, coming soon.